Have you ever had the misfortune to be on a horse when the saddle comes off?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
I wasn't raised around horses and animals. I was a city boy. I knew about horsepower, but it came from a V8. And when we came to Texas, I wanted to be a cowboy. I had the only shoes I owned were a pair of Western boots, the pointy-toed ones, the ones you used to get the cockroaches in the corner.
Yeah.
And I bought me a big old black hat, big old black cowboy hat. I was coming to Texas to be a cowboy. And my cousins in Kennedale, they saw to it that I got introduced to being a cowboy. Now, they weren't cowboys either, but they knew guys that were real cowboys that raised horses and did all this stuff. And they took me out to a place called the Cowbell Arena. Cowbell Arena. And my first experience of being a cowboy was bull riding. Not a great big one like you see on the TV. It was a little one.
Oh.
A smallish one.
Oh. How small.
But you know what? He was still big enough to throw me 2 miles in the air. That's an exaggeration, you understand. It just seemed like so. And I landed on my hat. Just like a dart goes into the ground, an arrow goes into the ground, that was my head. And my beautiful hat was all mushed up. Pushed it down over my ears and hand out of it. And I literally saw stars. It just hurt so bad. I reconsidered whether I wanted to be a cowboy after all.
That's what he started mutton busting. I don't think you can do mutton busting no more, Bill. You'd be walking them.
Now, just let me go to the end of the story. Right. I don't want to be a cowboy. But I had to go ride a horse, too. And there were these horses out behind. And remember, back then, I wasn't a great big heavy guy. I was tall and real skinny. And they had these horses back there that they rented them out for people to ride. And these were very, very calm, very collected, almost wouldn't hardly untrack horses. Well used. They didn't need saddles. They had the big sway in their back. But they had saddles. I was told how to get on the horse by the people that run the stable. And I put my foot in the stirrup and went to jump up, and it went whoosh, and I was laying under the horse looking up. Now, folks, they did all this to me deliberately. But they don't know what a favor they did to me, because I didn't want to be a cowboy no more.
The city sleeper,
If you just loosen the cinch, you're still wearing the saddle. And you're going to end up laying on your back looking up at the horse. We ain't talking about cohabitating with the devil. We're not talking about compromising with the devil. We're not just saying that's the way it is. We're saying it's eviction day. And as a child of the King, and heir and joint heir, Satan, get off my back.
Amen.
Hallelujah. Amen.
Amen.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Now. And not later.
Now.
See, that's the will talking. That's the Spirit talking. You may not believe this. But as the famous duck said, that's all, folks. I thought Daffy Duck said that.
No.
Well, you see, I just have this problem with tying myself to anything that's, okay, the pigs are unclean.
But he's a cute one, Brother Bill.
Well, now,
Work line.
Sausage. Biscuit.
Haven't I taught you folks about mercy yet? Don't settle for less than what God intends in your life. And don't be afraid to exercise the authority that Jesus bought and paid for on the cross of Calvary and proved to be real when he walked out of the tomb on the third day. You are a child of the King, and he's alive and well, and you have the right and the authority and the honor of telling the devil, not at my house, not in my life, not in my world. Get off mine.
Amen.